Are people bored of Patrick Mahomes? Because I feel like nobody's still no people are not talking enough about how amazing he was last night.
Well, I also think like every time
Did you know Brady had more passing yards than Patrick Mahomes last night? He must have played better.
yeah, right, that's I
Stats,
Mrs. Counting Stats over here.
man. I mean,
uh,
the top three quarterbacks in the league this year so far, with Patrick Mahomes, no doubt, Josh Allen, no doubt, Lamar Jackson, no doubt. I
yeah,
feel like
%.
the
Oh
three
yeah,
of them are
yeah.
just on another level right now.
And the funny thing is, and I think we kind of mentioned it, is like the only thing that could have surprised me about this game is if something like this didn't happen.
Hmm.
Because anytime or every time there is like a misstep, like the Chiefs Colts game last week, I almost always am like, this is an aberration because they're going to come back and they're going to do some ungodly things to whoever they're playing. And you know what they did? They hung 41 points on the consensus best defense in the entire
Yes,
league
and it wasn't
and made them look silly at that.
28 at halftime,
Hmm.
and it was just like the Tampa Bay Bucks. I still think of them as a top 5 defense in the league, but statistically I believe by most metrics they were number 1 going in. And it just right off the bat, Mahomes just to Kelsey, Mahomes to Kelsey, Mahomes to Kelsey, Mahomes to Kelsey, over and over again. The fact that that guy is still producing at such a high level too, Travis Kelsey, is incredible. And eh,
He's an ex receiver. Like
yeah,
he is put out there as if he's like Justin Jefferson. Like he runs routes like a receiver. He gets out in space and jukes people like he's a receiver. Like he is a unbelievable, like one of one athlete.
and you can't say enough too about the situations that Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy put him in to be
Absolutely.
in space, because he's not going to be George Kittle where he's blocking
No,
like
right.
to the
He's
same
not like
extent.
chip helping like one of those tight ends would be. Like it's
Yeah,
not
but
his
his skill
forte.
set is elite for what he does.
Absolutely.
And so it just they were unstoppable. They were unstoppable. And I know, as I'm sorry for being sarcastic about it, but Brady was playing catch up the whole game, and so his stats might look better than he played, but he didn't play terribly. The thing about it is just the Chiefs are on another level talent wise, and Mahomes is on another level than Tom Brady at this point in his career. And so, like, I feel emboldened about the Kansas City Chiefs as my Super Bowl pick. I feel like that. I know it's not the hottest of takes, but I just felt the most confident about their entire roster going into the year. I will say that the Bills defense has exceeded my expectations in terms of how great they look. I know a lot of people, were pumped about them going into the year. I was kind of more like, I have to see it to believe it that they're going to be as dominant as people say. But the Chiefs and the Bills are they seem destined to some amazing playoff showdown at some point. But yeah, Kansas City, look, they're good. Newsflash.
And I think the thing with not only last week but also, well, I think we could take last week as an outlier because fortunately this time around there weren't two idiotic fumbles, a muffed punt, and a missed field goal to let Matt Ryan in the clogged toilet offense of the Indianapolis Colts sneak away with a victory. But I think like we were talking about initially going into the season, the concern was, will this offense continue to have the same amount of juice without Tyreek Hill, without the I'm not even saying like Byron Pringle is anything to write home about, but I just more mean like there were a few pieces on the offense were no longer there. The probably the biggest linchpin of their offense was no longer there, and they were replaced with guys who were kind of similar contours to those players, but not the same ones. Bringing in Marcus Valdes-Scantling, Juju Smith-Schuster, drafting Sky Moore in the second or third round. Like it wasn't the same group, but the point is, it doesn't really matter when the scheme is so sound. When Mahomes
Hmm.
is still Mahomes and Andy Reid and that coaching staff are still the same guys, and
Yeah.
that was very clear that they literally went toe to toe with the best linebacking core in the league, one of the best front sevens, some of the best safeties, and just were like, try us.
Yeah.
See what you can do to me. You can't like when Mahomes ran to the right pylon, juked that Bucks linebacker, and then tossed the ball over another. It was like he was playing backyard football. Like some of this stuff, it's hard to maintain surprise at the same guy for doing similar things. But when those similar things are completely inexplicable and gobsmacking in that way, that's how you keep being surprised and it also keeps reminding you that this team is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I will believe that this team has lost a step when they lose this game, this type of game.
Although I am looking forward to, if Patrick Mahomes only wins, and by looking forward I mean this sarcastically, if Patrick Mahomes only wins one Super Bowl in his career, he will be the new Aaron Rodgers, where is he actually that great? Let's discuss. Can he get it done in the big game? He's only did it one time. I could see that narrative coming from a mile away, and then we're in like, I hope he wins another so we can avoid that crap, because I've been plagued by it, kept up at night about the same kind of garbage for Aaron Rodgers for years and years.
And he vanquished a foe.
Todd Bowles.
And Brady, frankly.
Yeah.
He
wasn't right in that Super Bowl.
The 2020 Super Bowl, and then also, being one D Ford offsides play from making the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And after that would have basically sealed the win against Brady in the conference. I think that was still with the Patriots, right? It was Patriots Chiefs that one year.
That was that was the year where he broke out onto the scene,
right,
I believe.
Right. And then it was the AFC Championship game.
His second year in the league.
They picked off Brady, but D Ford was offside, so they got the ball back and lost. But Brady has been someone that's been a tough nut for Mahomes to crack, and they just this was, and especially after that Colts game, I'm sure this was a lot of cathartic energy built up to kind of just burst onto the Bucks.
Right. Well, I mean, so congrats to the Chiefs, and I despite them being so dominant, I still like them. That's the thing. They're still a likable team to me, at least. Honestly, especially with Tyreek Hill not being there.
No, 100%. Yeah, Kelsey,
not
Mahomes,
the best guy.
Yeah, Hardman.
Yeah.
I like it. I've always liked MVS and Juju also.
Yeah. Juju and Patrick Mahomes' brother can do a TikTok challenge.
Yeah, they can go to the center of the field and do the what's it called?
The gritty.
Yeah, I could do the gritty.
Wait, do you have that video really quick of that Trump supporter guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a bit of an aside here, but I was just laughing so hard at this video that was posted ahead of the Sunday Night Football Bucks Chiefs game. And the thing about this guy is he's a massive Trump supporter named Nick Adams. He brags about being, what does he call himself? Best-selling author endorsed by President Trump in his bio. And so he I guess went to the game, advertised it, but this was his commentary, which has aged like wine. It's aged beautifully. But ahead of the game, and so one of his predictions. This is the Trump-supporting Aussie Nick Adams.
G'day guys, Nick Adams here. Really excited to be here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa for the big game between the Bucks and the Chiefs. What can I say? Tom Brady is an alpha male. He's a great friend of Donald Trump, and he is the GOAT. Patrick Mahomes, on the other hand, is a beta male. He's more interested in making reels than wins, and he's too distracted by his brother making TikToks. Patrick Mahomes is not the kind of man that we need. Tonight, here's my prediction. It's going to be a 45-24 win to the Bucks, because Tom Brady, the GOAT, is going to score 45 points in honor of the greatest president to have ever existed. Goodbye, good luck, and God bless America.
Whoops.
G'day guys, Nick Adams here. Really excited.
It's okay. Twitter auto replay is plaguing us. Guess not. Guess that didn't work out so well, buddy. I love what he said. Patrick Mahomes, on the other hand, beta male. I mean, he's got it down there. That was some hard hitting analysis because Tom Brady with his Botox and his fillers and his fashionista stuff is the alpha male, and Patrick Mahomes, because he has a brother who does TikToks, is a beta. Like, this is science here, right? Good
Brady
job.
had more passing yards than Mahomes. He technically had a better showing.
This is the same guy who once tweeted that, quote, the NFL blackballed Tim Tebow for his love of Christ and rewarded Colin Kaepernick for his hatred of America. Who was the one who got a contract, despite not having played for years in the NFL, at tight end when he was a quarterback, and the other person who hasn't been able to sniff an NFL roster despite going to the Super Bowl as a quarterback in the league? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one?
As a Jets fan, I don't want to answer that.
Yeah, I mean,
I would prefer to plead the fifth.
Tim Tebow was
and a Mets fan too, by the way. The guy won't leave me alone.
I know.
Stop trying to play for my team.
Enough, Tim.
It's enough. Don't try and be on the Devils or the Knicks. Also, leave them alone.
Look, alpha males can still get Botox. I didn't mean to say that, but it's just like such a stupid thing to say. And hey, I mean, kind of further cements my view that actually Tom Brady is authentically MAGA. Maybe he's mad that Patrick Mahomes dared to stand up for Black Lives Matter. What a piece of beta male garbage.
Disgusting.
Yeah, disgusting.